sometimes when we're having bad days, those bad days can become 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. It can last a week, a month, and we can really be feeling down and just not our best selves, not our most confident. So these are my 3 tips for, building your confidence back up, and this can be something that you do every single day, like these 3 things. They aren't very involved, and they're not very difficult. I feel like anybody can do them, and they're more about going inward, sort of. And these are actually 3 things that I was doing today, while I was reflecting, because I haven't been feeling my best for, the past couple of days, mentally just haven't been feeling it, honestly, for the past few months. And, these are the things that I find myself coming back to, and, that I find, just get my confidence back. And that our feelings are fleeting. We take the good with the bad, and we're not always happy all the time, and we're not always sad or angry all the time. So we take, like I said, the good with the bad, and we appreciate and accept whatever feelings that we're in. But these are, just ways to get your confidence back and to get yourself feeling back to who you normally are and who you feel like you're most confident in, your best self. So for the first one, I'm gonna take a little sip. And oh yeah, if you're new, I reflect, write in my journal, bring some tea, and we talk over tea, basically about what I've been reflecting on. So, number 1, remember who you are, and that includes what you like, what you do to feel happy, what makes you laugh, etc. All those kinds of things that really are part of your personality, and that could be, like I said, what you like to do, if you like playing outside, if you like playing video games, if you like, going to the park, if you do that every Sunday, reminding yourself of those things. And also those great things about yourself, that you're outdoorsy, that you like hanging around with, if you go with a cousin and you love hanging out with your family. So that is something about yourself. That's something amazing to reflect on and to remind yourself about. And other qualities could include, that you're courageous, you're strong, kind, funny, loving, caring, beautiful, amazing, really good at puzzles. You're, like I said, outdoorsy, whatever it is. And this is a time to be selfish about it and to really, really, tell yourself that to its fullest extent, and to be as emphatic and excited about it as you can be, because like I said, we're getting our confidence back, we're building our confidence back up, and we should be as vocal and as excited about ourselves, loving ourselves as we can. And these are things that you can say in the mirror, just to remind yourself of it, and to actually look at yourself and to appreciate yourself. So saying them in the mirror helps. Meditating on them, and really while you're meditating, if you sit on the floor, you sit on your bed, and you really sit there and meditate, and you think these things over yourself, and you really think really kind things about yourself, sit up straight, because you should be really proud of those things, and you should be remembering how powerful you are. And number 2, my second tip, is to remember all that you've survived. Every difficult thing that you've experienced, you have made it through, and that is something to celebrate. And think about your reaction to whatever situation you're in now. If you had a similar experience in the past, maybe a week ago, 6 months ago, if you were in the same situation, and try to reflect on how your reaction has shifted, and maybe how much you've grown from the last situation to this one. And yeah, I'm sorry, I was reading, but I feel like I already said it. But you've grown, and you strive to be your best self, no matter how down you might feel, and that itself is amazing. That is something to be really proud of. And anytime you wanted to quit, you got back up and you tried again. You didn't give up on yourself. You're here right now because you're brave and you're so strong. Like I said, you've gotten through every single difficulty you've come across because you're sitting here right now. And I think that is something to be so proud of, whether it was losing a loved one, maybe it was, just things not working out for you, losing friends, bullying, whatever it is, you've gotten through it. And you're here today. You're here watching this video, and you are strong enough and brave enough to want the best for yourself. And now, you're doing that. You are trying to get, build your confidence back up, little bit by doing these things, and really reminding yourself of how amazing you are. You've healed from things and gotten through things that people have no idea about. If you're, someone who spends a lot of time by yourself, or you prefer to spend a lot of time by yourself, there are things that you've probably gone through all on your own that people don't know about. And you've done that all by yourself. And I think that, again, is something to celebrate, because you deserve to be celebrated. You deserve to, celebrate yourself in ways that are most beneficial and most important to you. So this leads me into my next point, number 3. Do what you love and celebrate yourself. So do things that you really love to do, things that make you feel most satisfied, most fulfilled, most happy, like where you really just feel like you're enjoying life, basically. So that could be going for a walk, binging your favorite shows or movies, crying. Crying can be really like amazing. It can be really cathartic, and it can be like just a great release. So I think that is amazing. Journaling your feelings too, taking a nap, taking a class, whether it's like a new thing that you want to learn, whether it's like archery or pottery. And that can also be something that you tell yourself if you end up being like really good at that. Like that is something to affirm about yourself, that you're great at archery, you're great at pottery. And another thing that you can do that you love could also include like hanging out with friends, cooking or picking up your favorite meal, whatever restaurant you love, or working on your garden, working outside. If you really love, being in the soil, planting things, and that is a way for you to like de-stress and, really feel your best, absolutely go for it. I think whatever you can do, and like I said at the beginning, be as selfish as you can be right now, because when you are building yourself back up, that is a time for you to really, really, truly only focus on yourself. It doesn't matter what anybody else is saying. It doesn't matter if somebody else thinks something is weird. Like, after I wrote these down today, I went outside with our 2 dogs, and they were like walking around. I usually like chase them around. They get so excited and they'll like run and they'll sniff stuff, whatever. But I was like, I haven't done a cartwheel in like at least 10 years. And I was doing cartwheels around the yard, and I was just like skipping, and it was just so much fun, and it was so freeing that nothing else was like bothering me. And I think that was just, it was a reminder to have fun and to, not take things so seriously, because things can be really difficult, and we don't have to make them more difficult on ourselves. We can choose to have fun and love ourselves at any point. And what else do I have for my notes here? No matter what you do to celebrate yourself, make sure it's something that you truly love and enjoy. Getting your confidence back is all about you. It's a time to be selfish, plus a little bit delusional, to get yourself back to who you are. I honestly wouldn't be here. I think about this a lot. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't a little bit delusional, because honestly, like all of the things that I've been through my entire life, and just like through middle school and high school, like every single day was difficult. Every single day, like just, I might talk about it at some point, but it's just, it's a lot. And if I wasn't so delusional and thinking of a better future for myself, and, thinking that I wasn't deserving of the mistreatment of like the way people talk to me, the things people said about me, then I honestly wouldn't be alive. Like if I didn't believe that, I wouldn't be here. So I think being delusional and really visualizing the best for yourself is a way to just get yourself through the day. And again, I wouldn't be here if I didn't do that. So I think that is very important. I feel like people hate the word like delusional or like whatever. I honestly love it. I think it is a great way to manifest, because you're visualizing like a life for yourself, a better life for yourself based on whatever your circumstances are. And you are attracting that new reality and like shifting your mindset to be something that is really beneficial for you and something that you really want. I think that is a really great way to manifest and to, bring that reality into yourself, into your life. And that leads me into my next point. That's why I think affirmations are so important when boosting your confidence. They're like little reminders of how amazing you are. And these can apply to the 3 tips that I just talked about. So the first tip was, I'll go back, remembering who you are. So an affirmation for that would be, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am kind, I am a great sister, I'm a great brother, I'm a great mother, whatever you are. And an affirmation for my second point, which was, remember all that you've survived. An affirmation for that would be, I am capable of getting through anything. I am strong enough to get through anything that life throws at me. Anything like that. And then for my third point, an affirmation for that one, would be I deserve to celebrate myself and do what makes me happy. So for all three of these points, you can choose an affirmation, any kind of affirmation. I think I talked about this in my last video or the one before, whatever. But saying these things to yourself 3 times, 5 times, repeating them over and over again as many times as you need to tell yourself for you to feel that affirmation and to feel that like emotion that comes with what you're saying to yourself. So yeah, I'm capable of getting through anything. Keep repeating that to yourself until you really, really feel it and believe it about yourself. I think that is another way to like sort of be delusional, but in a way that like you're shifting your mindset and you're creating a beneficial and positive reality for yourself, depending on, despite whatever, circumstances you're in, whatever your environment is. You can choose at any point to feel confident in yourself and to feel beautiful about yourself, because that is all internal. And that shouldn't be anything that somebody is capable of taking away from you. And again, sometimes we can get into really bad days where we don't really feel ourselves and we sort of feel like things aren't working out. But, these are my 3 tips for getting your confidence back, feeling yourself, and being selfish for the time being, for building yourself back up again, and getting back to who you are and who, doing the things that you love. I think that is, I feel like the simple things in life are sort of overlooked, like going outside and, even if you, just go to a bookstore. If you really love books, go to a bookstore. I am at Barnes & Noble probably like at least once a week. And I just love it there. I love looking at all the books. I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but the artwork for books is really, really amazing too. I know they put a lot into that. So, excuse me. So that is something that I love. So do what you love. Be as selfish as you can be in this season of building your confidence back up. Because again, it's all about you. These tips are only about you, not about how anyone else feels about you. Nobody else's opinions about what you're doing. Like I was doing cartwheels in the backyard and I know people were driving by and I didn't really care. I didn't even think about what anybody would have thought about me. I was just having fun and I was honestly practicing my cartwheels. I think I hurt my wrist at one point, but I learned. But it was just so much fun. It was a lot of fun and I loved it. I would absolutely do it again, because even when I go out with them, with the dogs, I honestly just like walk around and stuff. I don't really have a lot of fun myself. I know they have a lot of fun and they run around and stuff. So I was like, why can't I have fun too? So that was a fun time. And it honestly like boosted my mood. Like I feel now so much different than I did 3-4 hours ago today. And yeah, I love that. So I definitely recommend that to you guys. And I think about, again, thinking about all of the amazing things about yourself, writing them down, and also getting excited and delusional with it. Smiling at yourself. Like if you're saying it in the mirror, like I'm talking to myself right now, like I'm incredible. I am a great sister, friend. I try my best. I do the best that I can. And I still hold myself accountable. And I'm really proud of myself for doing that, because I think that can be really difficult too, holding yourself accountable for things. So yeah, just writing these things down, reciting them to yourself, even writing them, like if you want to do like little sticky notes, I've done that before, like around your room or, wherever you're going to see them, pretty often, and make sure they're like, they're flashing and you're not going to overlook them. I used to do that. And then I would overlook them and they just sort of became my wall. So also like maybe switching them out every like month or so. With like if you put up 5 one month and then you write it in really pretty Sharpie and really colorful and really bright so you would see it, and then doing 5 more in the next month. I think that could be a fun thing too. And yeah, I think about all the amazing things about myself and I basically hype myself up so I feel better. And practice smiling while thinking all these things too. I found that helps. I find, yeah, smiling helps. And then also dancing. If you're feeling like stuck and stagnant, dancing can really help like loosen anything. Also like yoga, if you do yoga, if you like just moving your body in any way, working out too, can really help loosen any stagnant energy, feeling like lethargic or anything. So like get your body moving, dance like nobody's watching, literally. If you're gonna do a little bit of a, like, that's great too. So whatever you can to get those feelings, like, you know, keep it moving, keep things flowing. Don't let things sit too long. Like especially like on your heart, any feelings on your heart. So, you know, journal, get things out, dance it out, go take a class, hang out with friends, whatever it is, just keep the energy flowing, you know, throughout yourself, to just keep yourself healthy. But yeah, these were all of my tips to get back to yourself and to remind yourself how incredible you are. Sometimes we have bad days, and those bad days can last a while, but be kind and graceful to yourself during that time. Our feelings are fleeting, they come and they go, but we can always decide, excuse me, we can always decide to be kind to ourselves with our words and say the best things to ourselves. The world can be cruel and mean and harsh to us. That doesn't mean we have to be like that to ourselves. And that is my final point. Things can be really difficult enough in life, so just be nice to yourself in any way that, you know, works for you, and in every way. Like I said, be as selfish as you want to be, and really list all the things that you love about yourself. Do everything that you love doing, just to get yourself, you know, back to feeling yourself. And I would say consistently do these like as much as you can every single day, even if it's a couple things that you can list. Even, you know, if you're not really feeling it some days, like definitely do as much as you can. And yeah, you, at the end of the day, this is your life and you matter the most. So make sure you're taking care of yourself and being kind to yourself and giving yourself that grace for when bad times do come and bad days come. They leave just as quickly as they came, basically. And then we've got our good days, and then we got our, like, there's a flow of life that we should go with. And like I said, dancing, moving our body, doing things that are going to move with that flow and keep things flowing. I think that's the best that we can do. So I hope these were helpful. Again, they were really helpful to me today. So yeah, that was it. And I'm gonna finish my tea, but I will see you guys tomorrow for the next Tea Time with Julia. I'm not sure what I'll talk about, but maybe some inner child stuff too, because I think like having fun today was kind of got me thinking. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.